Rebekka McArnold loved fashion, not just liked it, loved it. To Rebekka, clothes were not just fabric. They were color, courage, creativity, and joy. And today was supposed to be perfect. It was Spirit and Style Day at school. Rebekka stood in front of her mirror, wearing a soft lavender blouse, a pleated plum skirt, white ankle boots, and a shiny gold barrette clipped neatly in her hair. She twirled once, then twice. "This is it," she whispered. "This is totally me." From the doorway, her older sister Jane raised one eyebrow while eating cereal. "You look nice," Jane said. "Kind of like a fashionable grape." Rebekka glared, but a small smile tugged at her face. Jane was her sister. And sisters had a special talent for saying the exact wrong thing at the exact wrong time. Still, Rebekka left the house feeling brave. She walked toward school under golden fall trees, holding her books close and imagining the companion club booth, the photos, the decorations, and all the smiles. At first, everything felt right. Ashley spotted her near the bike racks and rushed over with both arms open. "Bekka!" Ashley squealed. "You look like a fashion editorial." Amanda smiled warmly. Christiana gave a quiet thumbs up. Her friends saw her sparkle. And for one bright moment, Rebekka felt completely like herself. Then the girls passed the 8th grade hallway. Sarah Edwards stood nearby with her friends, whispering behind one hand. "Purple explosion much?" Sarah said. Rebekka's smile disappeared. The words landed like ice water. She tried to keep walking. She tried to pretend she had not heard, but then her skirt caught on the edge of a locker. Rip. Rebekka froze. Ashley's eyes widened. The tear was small, but to Rebekka, it felt enormous. One tiny rip in her skirt felt like a giant rip inside her heart. Across the hallway, Sarah smirked in the reflection of the trophy case. And suddenly, the outfit that had made Rebekka feel strong made her feel small. Ashley hurried Rebekka toward the companion club booth outside the library. "Don't panic," Ashley whispered. "I've got you." She pulled a safety pin from her backpack and carefully fixed the skirt. Rebekka tried to smile, but for the rest of the afternoon, she stood behind the booth instead of in front of it. She avoided the camera. She avoided the crowd. She avoided being seen. Because even after the skirt was fixed, something inside Rebekka still felt torn. That night, Rebekka sat on her bed and stared at the lavender outfit laid beside her. She used to think style was her safe place. Now it felt risky. Jane came into her room quietly and sat beside her. "You're not your outfit, Bekka," Jane said. Rebekka looked down. Jane softened her voice. "But that doesn't mean your style isn't part of you." Rebekka did not know what to say. So later, when the house grew quiet, she opened her journal and wrote a prayer. "God, help me remember that fabric does not define me. You do." The next morning, Rebekka did something she never thought she would do. She reached past her colorful tops, her skirts, her clips, and her earrings, and she pulled out a plain navy hoodie. She put on jeans, no accessories, no sparkle, no wow. She looked in the mirror and barely recognized herself. But maybe that was the point. She dressed to disappear. At school, Ashley stopped in the hallway and stared. "Bekka," she said, "where's the you outfit?" Rebekka shrugged. "I just wanted to be comfortable." Amanda looked at her carefully. "You look different." Rebekka forced a small smile. "I'm fine." But she was not fine. In homeroom, nobody looked twice at her. No whispers, no giggles, no comments. Just Rebekka in a hoodie, completely ordinary, and she hated how relieved she felt. At lunch, the companion club gathered beneath the big oak tree. Amanda had her checklist. Ashley had her doodles. Christiana had her quiet smile. Usually, Rebekka would have ideas ready before anyone even asked. But today, she sat still. Amanda looked at her gently. "Do you want to design the flyers?" Rebekka shook her head. "Maybe someone else should do it." Ashley and Amanda exchanged a worried glance. Her friends noticed. Real friends usually do. That night at dinner, Jane looked across the table at Rebekka's hoodie and sighed. "You're acting like one bad outfit was a national emergency." Rebekka's fork froze. "You think I'm shallow," she said. "Just say it." Jane blinked. "That's not what I meant." But Rebekka was already standing. "You don't understand," she said, her voice shaking. "It wasn't just a skirt. It was something I loved." And everyone laughed. She ran upstairs before the tears could fall. In her room, Rebekka sat on the floor with her knees pulled to her chest. Deep down, she was afraid Jane might be right. Maybe she was too fragile. Maybe she did care too much. Maybe she did not know who she was without the sparkle. A little later, Jane knocked softly and stepped inside. "I went too far," Jane said. "I'm sorry." Rebekka did not answer right away. Jane sat beside her. "I don't think you're shallow," she said. "I think you're passionate. And maybe it's easier for me to tease you than admit I wish I cared about something that much." Rebekka looked up, surprised. Jane gave a tiny shrug. "You're brave, Becca, even when you don't feel like it." It did not fix everything, but it opened a door. By Wednesday, the companion club met in the school library. Amanda closed her binder and looked right at Rebekka. "Can we talk as friends?" Rebekka crossed her arms. "Is this an intervention?" Ashley slid a gummy bear across the table like a peace offering. "We're worried about you." Christiana spoke softly. "You don't have to sparkle for us to love you." Rebekka's eyes filled with tears. She looked down at her notebook. "I just don't feel like myself," she whispered. "And I don't know what to do about it." Amanda reached across the table. "Then we'll help you find her." That Wednesday night, Rebekka went to youth group. The room was warm and softly lit, and Pastor Hannah stood at the front with a marker in her hand. On the whiteboard, she wrote 2 words, identity and worth. Rebekka sat very still. Pastor Hannah asked, "Who are you when everything else is stripped away?" Then Amanda read from 1 Peter. She read that true beauty does not come only from outward appearance, but from the inner self, a gentle and quiet spirit, which is precious to God. The words seemed to reach right into Rebekka's heart. In small group, the girls answered a question. "What lies do you believe about where your value comes from?" Rebekka swallowed hard. Then she told the truth. "I think I believed that if I didn't look impressive, I wasn't important." Nobody laughed. Nobody rolled their eyes. Amanda nodded. "Sometimes I think if I'm not achieving something, I'm failing." Christiana whispered, "Sometimes I think if I don't speak up, people forget I'm here." They were all different kinds of girls, but in that quiet circle, they all realized they had been measuring themselves with the wrong ruler. Amanda turned to Rebekka and said gently, "Your style is amazing, but you don't have to wear your worth. You already have it." That night, Rebekka opened her Bible and her journal. She wrote slowly, "God, I do not think you are asking me to stop loving fashion. I think you are asking me to stop depending on it." The next few days were quieter. Rebekka did not suddenly become perfectly confident. She did not bounce back like nothing had happened. Healing was slower than that. But one afternoon, she opened her sketchbook again. At first, her pencil hovered over the page. Then she began to draw. A cardigan with tiny trees stitched along the sleeves. A jacket with the words, "Steady is beautiful," hidden in the lining. A soft hoodie with the word "loved" embroidered quietly down one arm. She was not drawing to impress anyone. She was not drawing to prove she was back. She was drawing because she still loved creating. Jane came into the room carrying hot chocolate. "Am I interrupting a masterpiece?" she asked. "Maybe," Rebekka said. Jane sat beside her and looked at the sketchbook. For once, she did not tease. "This isn't shallow, Becca," Jane said. "This is art." Rebekka felt the words settle deep inside her. The next day, Rebekka brought her sketchbook to the companion club prep session. Ashley gasped. "Is that the sketch pad?" Rebekka smiled and handed it over. Ashley flipped through the pages like they were museum treasures. Amanda leaned closer. Christiana studied one of the designs and said softly, "They don't just look pretty, they say something." Rebekka smiled. Style and substance. Maybe she did not have to choose. Maybe God had given her both. On the day of the Kindness and Cocoa event, Rebekka stood calmly in front of her closet. She did not dress to impress, and she did not dress to hide. She chose a cream sweater, a pleated mauve skirt, brown ankle boots, and a delicate necklace with one small word engraved on it: beloved. It was not loud, it was not plain, it was Rebekka. The real Rebekka, the growing Rebekka. At school, the companion club turned a quiet library corner into a cozy place of welcome. There were cocoa cups, kindness cards, warm decorations, and a handmade banner Rebekka had designed. It said, "Kindness speaks loudest when it is whispered." Ashley clasped both hands to her heart. "Oh, my gumdrops," she whispered. "This is a whole vibe." Rebekka laughed. But this time, she did not need the compliment to feel steady. As younger students came in, Rebekka greeted them with a gentle smile. She pointed them toward the cocoa table. She helped them choose reflection cards. She listened. She encouraged. No one made a big deal about her outfit, and this time, she did not need them to. Near the end of the event, a shy 6th grade girl named Emily walked up holding one of Rebekka's cards. "Are you the girl who made this?" Emily asked. Rebekka nodded. Emily looked down at the card. It had a small sketch of a cardigan and the words, "Even quiet kindness leaves a trail." Emily smiled softly. "This made me feel like maybe I could be that kind of person." Rebekka's throat tightened. She bent down just a little and looked Emily in the eyes. "You already are." After Emily walked away, Amanda stood beside Rebekka. "You've always had a gift for fashion," Amanda said, "but I think your real gift is what you wrap inside it." Rebekka looked around the library, at Ashley laughing by the cocoa cups, at Christiana arranging cards with care, at Jane, who had come to help and was pretending not to be proud, at the younger kids smiling over their warm drinks, warmth, gentleness, beauty that did not have to shout. That night, Rebekka sat in her window seat with her journal open. She wrote one final prayer for this chapter of her life. "God, today I did not feel pressure to impress, and I did not feel invisible either. I was just present. I learned to let fashion express me, but not define me. You define me, and in your eyes I am fully loved, fully known, fully me." Rebekka closed her journal and picked up her pencil again. Her next collection would not be about becoming who she used to be. It would be about walking confidently with God into who she was becoming. Because Rebekka was still creative, still stylish, still expressive. But now she knew the truth. Her beauty was not only in what she wore, it was in the heart God was shaping inside her. You've been watching The Companion Club Stories. New story every week.